Ladies and gentlemen, just to continue on what Ms. Pongo was talking about, um, I want to start here on the ways of life. The, this protocol is being placed for a solution of when people are coming into people's areas. Most of the time, people will come with projects, will come with things that are benefiting the community. But before, they will just only come and do as they please without even considering the ways of life of those people in that community. For an example, um, I can come as a private sector come into the community, and then I want to dig the mining, and then where the mining is the graveyards. So us as black people or us as people, graveyards to us they mean something to us. So the protocol is helping the community also that if anybody comes into their area, nobody must come just jump their spirituality and their customs and their values. Every community has its own activities that they are dealing with each and every day of their life, and it's very important. That's why this protocol has been placed in here. Is that um, anything that's going to happen in the community must be considered, because many things are good. They are bringing out good out of the community, but at some instance, it's also destroying certain part of the community. But now, activities of the community, as the BCP says, it must be considered. In some areas, we've got communities which peoples are who are living there is old people. And you find that the project that is coming into the community is going to benefit the community. But now the the project is going to destroy the ozone layer for an example's sake. But now the BCP it makes a bridge between the customary laws and the institutions of communities on one hand. And now I like this part of the REDD plus, protection of areas or forest policies. It's very important because of many communities, there are things that they value in terms of what they've been known as. And some projects will come, people will come into their areas, destroy what they had before, and then after that they have nothing that stands into their name. And now the project will be good, but now the community must not be misleaded in terms of benefit sharing, because some people will come in the community without following the protocol and just speak nice language, which even the community tomorrow they didn't even understand. And then tomorrow the community will be complaining that people came to our place and then we don't know what happened. That's why in the protocol we've got something that is called prior and informed consent, which is PIC. In the other ways, there is nobody who's going to come into my community without informing me first. And then I'm not forced to listen to that person. You are not forced to even take decision at that point of time. Everything must be done step by step. And also, if you can see this picture very clearly, um, there is a man who's busy with anger, trying to bull the other one. And on the other hand, on my right here, is two hands exchanging. Prior and informed consent, it helps us that to avoid these hands where people are selling information behind the back of the community, and others are being forced because of intimidation. But now the prior informed consent, the BCP says nobody has to force the community to agree on the project or whatever that they bring into the community. And now there must be a form that needs to be That is going to be needed to be signed for, and we call it a prior informed consent form. That form is being filled by two people. It is the person who comes with the project and the person who is going to give out who's going to give out the information. And in that form says whatever information I give it to you, you'll never give it to the third party. The information that I'm giving to you, you're gonna only release it after me and you we've agreed. You can't just take that information from me and you're gonna use it without my consent. That's the importance of of that form. If you can look at the picture right now, I like the information that is in here. You can see the hands that are busy pulling from what the community was establishing for themselves. There are people who are coming into our communities, snatching away what it is being the community's values, what is being the community's lifestyle, what is being the community they are depending on. They will be taking from them by force. If you can see those hands, you can see the small people down there is the community that we're talking about. Community that we go to is either you are a government, you are a private sector. The BCP protocol, it is there to avoid such hands because of it has been happening for many years, but there was no protocol that was being placed into action to protect our communities. I would like us all of us to thank the Department of Science and Innovation by sitting down and looking deeper into these things and producing these protocols because they are very important, this protocol, to our communities. Again, as I'm continuing, you can see in the picture there, our community is there. They are trying to live their lives, but now there is a force that comes in. There is a people who are coming and destroy our communities in the name of we are bringing a project. But now the BCP is there so that whatever project that's going to happen in the community, there must be a protocol that must be followed. Our people, before anybody comes, as I'm repeating myself again, the communities or you as a person who is in charge of the community, you must be given enough time to consider the information that is going to be brought to you. If it's a project of coming and taking the herbs and going to change it to become a medication, you must be informed first and given enough time to think about what you're going to talk about, to search about the information that you are bringing to us as a community. And also, secondly, you must be given a relevant information as a community. All the information in detail must be given to the community. There must not be half information that tomorrow the information that was not given to us in the beginning of the meeting arrangement. After 2 years, when the project is running, there's another information that was not discussed before. Before the project can start, the relevant information must be given to the community. The relevant information must be given to the community because of many a times people will come and give you a nice information for you to make a decision and say yes, but not giving you the other side of the information. But the protocol says, and it encourages us, the community, that take your time, get more information. Don't just say yes because of the information is nice. No, you must get the information that is being needed. Before you as the community agrees on the project, you as a community, before you shake hands with the project people, before you say yes, before you say maybe you need to sit down and have informative information. People are down today because of they've been saying yes to the half informations, but the protocol it's saying, please, we need you to get all the information before you can agree on that project. And that project, before it even starts, the protocol is emphasizing that the whole information that is being given to the community, it must come with a language that they understand easy. If it takes you to speak the vernacular of the area, let it be so that the information that you give it to them, they must understand it. I want to repeat myself on that one. The information that people are bringing to you as a community, you must have understanding. And if you are speaking Venda in your area and I can't speak English to you, tell them, sir, can we please have somebody who can give us information with the language that we understand as a community? If you are speaking Pedi, let the information be given with the preferred language of the community. And you must have access to the independent information as a community. You don't just have to say yes because of Donald came and told me that there is a project that's going to help the youth and all that. Go out, search about it, look for it, confirm it. If this thing really happening, is this thing really true? Because of, it's important, because if the project starts without you having your own information about this project, when something's gonna happen and destroys the community, the matter is gonna be in your hand. You must also have access to experts, because of, for each and every project, there's gonna be agreements that's going to be signed. So before we can even go further by signing without understanding, it's important that get experts on law and on technical issues. If the issue or the project is technical, go and ask for help to the relevant people that can relate to the project. Now, the protocol has been done in some few steps that I'm going to briefly explain. On step number 1, what the committee needs to do or what needs to be followed on the projects. You have to find out who is developing the project as a community. Yes, they will come. Is the project planners, is it our government? Or is it a private company? Is it a government of another country? Maybe Mozambique, they come here to come and look for something in our communities. Is it a local authority? Example that they said here, like an environmental protection agency or Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Is this project a part of a bank or international bank? So step number 1, it is where it needs to be revealed. You need to know who is coming to you. You cannot just accept a project from a ghost. Any ghost project, shut it out. The protocol is here. It says to you, find out who is this person coming to your community. Find out who's coming with this project. And for what reason is this person coming to our community and propose this project? And on step number 2, you have to request the information from the project developers. It's important to know how the proposed project will impact on your community. I've said it even when I started, that this thing, it's very important that the impact that this project is going to bring to the community is very important. It can impact the community positively and also negatively. You as a community, I'm enforcing this statement. Let's not take the project, let's not agree because of the nice things that we see. Let's look at the impact of what this project is going to bring into our community. There are some projects that are going to impact our community positively so. But negatively, you find out that it is destroying our people. People are dying because of the pollution in our community, because of the project that is in our community. So we need to check that before can you make a decision whether to give or to deny. Changes you would like to be in the project, you must also say it. If the project is good, but you see that it's going to destroy certain things in our in the community, mention it in the beginning before you can sign anything. Prior conditions you need to meet before you agree on this project. There are certain things that need to be looked at, the conditions that need to be looked at before you can say, yes, let the project come to our community. After the discussion has been done with project the developers and all that, you as a community, you need to sit down. I like the picture that I'm using in here. You can see that it's people discussing, it's people taking out their views about the project, looking at their land, looking at their what they have as a community, and pointing to one another. How is this going to help us? How is this thing going to destroy us? Then the community is going to sit down. You need to sit down as a community within yourself, with no strangers, only you as a community, no intruders, only you as a community. Speak your mind, discuss about this project that's been proposed to you, because it's very important that you discuss as a community. Because of if you discuss individually, it's going to be a problem now. Remember, this protocol is being made for the community. Even DSI, Department of Science and Innovation, is only a facilitator of this. It's not going to take decision for the community. It's not going to say, yes, community, this thing is right for you. No. A decision it is still being taken by you as a community. So you discussing among yourselves about the proposed project is very important. After you discussed, step number 4, you as a community, after you discussed, you have to come back again and meet up with the people who came with the project to you. Now, you are from your own table, you are coming back to them and now express what you as a community have discussed, not what the individual has thought about, but you as a community. You have already sat down yesterday or 2 weeks back. Now, on step number 4, the protocol says community negotiates with the project developers. That's where now you're going to discuss with the project developers what you guys need. You guys have to understand what you want, and them they must listen to you what you want. Remember, step number 1, they came to you. Now, step number 4, you are the one going back to them and telling them what did you come out with from your discussion about their project. And then you are not forced after that negotiations that they must intimidate you or force you, bribe you to agree, while you as a community, you saw that the project is not good for you. And step number 5, you must go and seek individual advices. Remember, we said earlier on that it is good for you in that prior informed that you go out and look for information from people who are technical, people who are into laws, because of, remember, before you can even do anything, you and the project people, you're going to sign things. There are some things that you won't understand as a community because of they are too much into terms and conditions that the project developers come with. So it's very important that you seek your own advice. If there is somebody that you as a community, you is an expert in things of papers, things of signature, before you can sign anything, get understanding of what you are signing yourself in. Some people already right now, they've sold themselves out already because of they have signed papers, but not knowing what are they signing themselves into. Today, they've lost everything that was belonging to them because of they did not understand what they were putting themselves in when they took that pen and paper and signed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that before you can make any decision, let's read, let's understand the format of what we are signing ourselves in. Many communities, as I speak right now, everywhere we go, and then we come with the act or we come with the protocol. As soon as we speak about this, they raise questions. Such things have happened before. It's because of in that time nobody have knowledge to them that people, before you can do something, before you can sign yourself into something, seek independent advice. If you know somebody who is into law, somebody who's dealing with documentation of things, call them in. Let them be the one who makes you to understand, not the people of the project. No. Somebody opposite from the project, because of if you take somebody inside the project, they can convince you to agree. But somebody who's outside, it's easy for him or her to able to work on this thing, and it makes you to understand clearly because of there's no strings attached into what he's helping you with. After you've seek the advice, you as a community, you make decisions, not as the individual. You as a community, you make the decision there. It's very important that you as a community, you sit down together and say we agree or we disagree. The
Mr.
reason why
Molefe, you have 3 minutes.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, I'm concluding now, Tommy. Already, Ms. Pango already explained this benefit sharing. Just only to wrap it up, most of the communities, they come to benefit sharing. It is what they run to each and every time. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to benefit sharing, my only one point I'm going to specify here is that it's very important that even though the project comes, they must tell you something that it just comes out of that. So now, as I conclude in one minute, this thing it applies to both of you. Before the project starts, the information must be honestly been given and with the language that you understand. And we need to understand that the potential and the real benefits in the manner that is understood by the user. We need to accurately understand that possibility future process of research and commercialization takes considerable time before benefits may actually generate, and that profits do not arise quickly. We must have access to their research facilities. Let their place of research not be a ghost to you as a community. You must know, you must have access to enter there and check what is happening. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.